So you have instructed that the registration will now take place in the passage that's by the stand, so the passage at the center of the stand. So we're inviting you to make your way there instead. So registration will now take place at the passage, just the center of the stands. We're inviting you to make your way there instead. We thank you so very much. So in the meantime, we're asking all the athletes competing in the 400 meters hurdles, all classes, so that's girls under 19 and under, along with the senior women and men, along with boys 19 and under. We're inviting those athletes kindly make your way to the marshalling area. So inviting the athletes competing in the 400 meters hurdles events. We're inviting you to make your way to the marshalling area, so we're getting ready to have those events up and going. So of course, to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that we're using Fortis timing today. That's where we'll be able to see the schedule of events for this afternoon's meet. So go ahead to fortis.timing. So that's live.fortistiming.co from any browser online, and you'll be able to see our meet program and scheduled events. And once again, we're inviting all competitors in the 400 meters hurdles, both men and women. Please make your way to the call. We're also inviting the competitors in the boys 19 and under triple jump. Please make your way. So we're inviting Zachary Merchant, Omari Stewart, Jamari Nugent, Raquelme Hunter, Joshua Patrick, O'Dane Noble, Alexander Pusey, and Talshane Edwards, along with Khalil Samuels. Please make your way. Please make your way to the competition area as we're ready for you. Athletes who are warming up, The javelin event has started, so we're asking you to be very mindful. In fact, it's best that you stay clear of the infield for your own safety. We thank you so very much for your cooperation. The javelin event has started, so advising that athletes, coaches, team managers stay clear of the infield or be mindful if you absolutely have to be in the vicinity. Thank you so much. I'm going to say once again, the javelin is active. If you are on the infield or looking to go on the infield, I'd advise strongly that you don't. So ladies and gentlemen, athletes, team managers, please, the javelin is currently going on and we're asking that you be mindful of the infield and avoid it as best as you can. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Shanta. No, it's a TC on your time now, you know, you don't know. For real. Sergeant Lindo reports to the announcing area. Audio check one, audio one, check 1 2, audio one. Thank you so very much. In the meantime, we're inviting the under 20 boy shot put athletes. Please make your way to your competition area. Under 20 boy shot put athletes, please make your way to the competition area. Thank you so very much. Under 20 boy shot put athletes, please make your way to the competition area. By now, we expected that the 400 meters hurdles athletes, that's under 20, along with senior women and men, should already be in the marshalling area so we can get those events up and going momentarily. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Of a Nissan Sylphy license plate 7478LW. Please remove your vehicle urgently. That's a Nissan Sylphy Silver 7478LW. Please remove your vehicle immediately. If you are the driver of a Suzuki, that's a white Suzuki, license plate 7261JW, please remove your vehicle. That's a white Suzuki 7261JW. Please remove your vehicle urgently. Thank you so very much. First event on track, the under 20 girls 400 meters hurdles. Listed athletes: Haley Steer, Excelsior, lane 3. Lane 4, Imani Lowe, Covent of Mercy Alpha Academy. Theoro of Kingston Technical High at lane 5. And in lane 6, Sharice Boyd, William Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, especially those on the backstretch, may I have your attention please as we get ready to begin our first event on track. I'm inviting you to make your way off the track for the safety of the athletes and your own safety. So we're asking you to kindly clear the track, especially those on the backstretch, as we're ready to have our first event off and going. Just to also let you know that we will not be having the discus event, as currently the facilities do not permit us to have that event off and going. We thank you so very much for your understanding and patience, and we apologize for the absence of that event, so we will not have the discus throw. Thank you so very much for your understanding, and again we apologize for the absence of that event.
No, bro. You had it too much. You had it. What's up? And then follow me, don't
Finally sent about their business there. The first event on track for this all-comers meet. Number 2, good running so far by Lowe, running out of lane 4. Also chasing well is Steer of Excelsior, running out of lane 3. But let's not count out Boyd of William Nib. She's 19 and looking good. With Lowe of Covent of Mercy Alpha doing some work there too. So 400 meters hurdles, under 20 girls, our first event on track. Still advancing well is Lowe. Boyd not to be counted out. These two will come into the straightaway with strong dominance. So ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for them as they come. Imani Lowe of Covent of Mercy Alpha being chased now by Sharice Boyd of William Nick. Final obstacle clear. This one will come down to the final sprint. Sharice Boyd of William Nib, slight advantage, and it gives her the win. 1 minute 02.65 seconds. That's the flash time. Rounded to 1 minute 02.78. Imani Lowe gets 1 minute 02.94. And Steer in third, 1 minute 10.88 seconds. That's that for the 400 meters hurdles for under 20. Next event will be the senior women's event. Only one athlete listed to compete in this one. Then we'll move to the gentlemen. That should be a full slate. 8 athletes. So ladies and gentlemen, it appears that we're gonna go straight to the boys 400 meters hurdles. That's the under 20 400 meters hurdles for the gentlemen. In lane 1, take 1 Cummings, Edwin Allen. Lane 2, Shaquem Ibans, running on attached. In lane 3, Javane Brown, STK Athletics. Lane 4, Miguel Spence, UTEC Jamaica. Lane 5, Joshua Wint, William Nib. Lane 6, Daniel Henry, UTEC. Lane 7, Tyler Ferguson, on attack. Then lane 8, Ricardo Reese, Tarrantine. by for the start of next event on track. We're inviting the women and men competing in the 1500 meters. Please make your way to the call room, 1500 meters. Men and women, please make your way to the call. Finally sent about their business there. Collins, Brown, Spence, Wint, Henry, Ferguson. The outer band, Joshua Wint, William Nick. The top three of Ferguson running out of lane 7. And Daniel Henry, the top 2 at the moment. The distinct advantage, also trying to make some ground, is Nigel Spence running out of lane 4 representing UTEC. Streamlined, hurdling there, however, for Daniel Henry of UTEC chasing Ferguson running out of lane 7. Both pretty much neck and neck as they come into the straightaway. 2 more obstacles to clear, chasing also the gentleman from William Nibble, Wint. Rush towards the finish line will certainly ensue right on the outside Ferguson. Daniel Henry all of UTEC now being chased by Wint. This is a dash towards the finish line. Who will get it? Daniel Henry of UTEC seemingly favored for this one. 51.74, that's the flash time. Let's see what's confirmed. So 51.75 for Daniel Henry of UTEC. Wint of William Nib, 51.79. Ferguson in third, 51.82. So that's the 400 meters hurdles for under 20 men. The senior men will compete next. So it's a full slate for the 400 meters hurdles for senior men. In lane 1, Jamani Smith running unattached. Jordan Taylor running out of lane 2. In lane 3, Dave Moore. Lane 4 has Malachi Needham, New Era Track Club. In lane 5, Damar Murray, Titans International. In lane 6, Antonia Forbes, also from Titans International. Derek Luke of Racers Track Club in 7, and Sean Gardner, UTEC Jamaica, lane 8. And sends them away cleanly there. This one, senior men's 400 meters hurdles. Full field with good movements on the inside by Needham of New Era Track Club. Hot on the money, however, is Steve Sean Gardner of UTEC running out of lane 8. Traveling well too, that looks like more. So 2X running into the curb. Eyes on Sean Gardner of UTEC. The 22-year-old is doing some streamlined running at this time. And on the inside, ladies and gentlemen, we see lane 7, Luke, Derek Luke, substantially running throughout and convincing finish for him. 48.77. That's the flash time. So 48.74. Murray gets 49.94 and tail end third, 53.08. So that's it for the senior men's 400 meters hurdles. We're now on standby for the 1500 meters. Of course, it's an open event for men and women respectively. So on standby for the start of that one, which will then be followed by on the track the 200 meters. We're inviting those athletes to make their way as the call room should now be open for them as we move things along nicely here for second installment of the J3's Puma Meet 2026 right here at Stadium East.
14. 14 minutes. 14 minutes. I like 15 then. Kali ka na unless ka na
So women's 1500 meters up and running with 9 listed athletes: Jodian Walker, Nicoya Anderson, Giselle James, Nikaya Anderson, Angel Stevenson, Dacia Smith, Lex Jordan Hall, Shanna Mullins, and Tishan J. Reed. That's Tashan J. Reed, rather. That looks like Nicoya Anderson, the lead so far. Get 9 athletes face the start of this 1500 meters. So once again, 9 paces started for this one. So still at the front, we have Anderson of Excelsior, her teammate, also doing some good running. So it's 2 Andersons, Nicoya and Kenya. Coming in a 437, her teammate. That's Angel Stevenson, now in 2nd position. I'm gonna take an intelligent guess that these are twins. So Nikaya up front, and Nicoya, the sister, appears to be somewhere behind. But as it is now, 1-2 for Excelsior with Nikaya holding on at the very top. Her teammate Angel Stevenson next best. Standing for this 1500 meters, that's required of these athletes as they navigate the distance. It's not for the swift, but certainly for those who can endure. So 1500 meters, trailing steadily. We see Mills of Excelsior also present there, Reed of BB Coke steadily advancing on her own as well. But each set of athletes navigating their own diligent pace as they advance throughout this first 1500 meters. Again, the gentlemen will follow, only 9 paces out for this one, and the gap opening up somewhat between our leader and the rest of the pack. sound of the whistle, ladies and gentlemen. This indicates that this is the final lap, but in the absence of that, our officials saying to our athletes, it's a final lap, tells you that this is where the hot pursuit usually takes place. Nikkei Anderson of Excelsior still with a distinct lead. Will anyone else advance in the final few meters to challenge that lead? We will see. So Nikkei Anderson on the backstretch. 4 minutes 24 and counting on the clock now with just about 200 meters remaining in this 1500 meters event. These athletes, again, pacing themselves and steadily navigating with a few meters remaining. At least we see a consistent run going for Nikkei Anderson of Excelsior. Just about 100 meters remaining for her. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome her home. Nikkei Anderson of Excelsior, our leader throughout this 1500 meters. Picking up the pace, tapping the accelerator to bring it home. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Nikkei Anderson of Excelsior. 5 minutes 13.07. Combinator 560 coming up next. Giselle James of Papine. And our third place athlete coming through now. So 5 minutes 13.12 for our winner again. The Sams are being placed online at Fortis timing, so go ahead and you can see the results there as well as the heat sheets for each of the events for today's meet. In the meantime, we need urgently Maurice Edwards from Kingston Technical. Maurice Edwards, you are needed urgently by the ambulance. Maurice Edwards, you are needed urgently by the ambulance. So 18 listed athletes for the CMN's 1500 meters. How early that looks like. Wallace of GC Foster College. Quite a number of athletes there. We're also seeing gentlemen clad in purple. They're coming around. We'll confirm for you really shortly. But 18 listed competitors in this 1500 meters. So the minute of 6:05. So 3 laps to go for these gentlemen. So Sterling, Morgan, Thomas, Mills, Burton, Martin, and Duncan. Laps to go, and Emil Thomas of GC Foster College continues to set the pace with the lead. But in the meantime, we're asking the driver of, this looks like a blue Ford, 4174 FY, please remove your vehicle. 4174 FY, please remove your vehicle. We're also asking the driver of a red Toyota Fitz 9780LA, that's 9780LA. Please remove your vehicle. If you are the driver of a Nissan Expert 2404HV, please remove your vehicle. So Emil Thomas of GC Foster College, competitor 462. At 29 years old, he still continues to lead the pack. Not yet able to distinguish himself is on his heels the gentleman from William Nib, 785, and his teammate also there with him. On the final lap, now we expect some increased competition, especially in that close-in pack. But still trying to distinguish himself is Emil Thomas of GC Foster College. With Dwayne Sterling of William Nib. Sterling trying to keep up with the rest of the pack. GC Foster College, represented by Omar Campbell, also in the mix too. So Emil Thomas, still the one to be caught, and he's stretching the pace. Jordan Mills of GC Foster College also there as well. So the top three gentlemen representing our sports training institution here in Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, Emil Thomas of GC Foster College. Convincing finish for him ahead of his teammate Jordan Mills. 4:01.14, that's the flash time. So for men's 1500 meters, again 18 athletes face the starter. Once this event wraps up, we're making way now for the 200 meters.
What? You can see them first.
So standing by for the start of the 200 meters. So we have 4 sections for the 200 meters for women. And for the gentlemen, we have 4 listed. In fact, we have 13 listed sections, 1-3.
Brownie. Brownie. It's better, man.
So 200 meters off, well on their way. Harris, Bramwell, Sims, Williams, Smith, Quaid and Hart as they come into the straightaway. Hart on the outside. Michaela Hart stepping quickly towards the finish line, well ahead of the rest. Then for next best, that's Williams of King Athletics, 23.52 seconds. That's the flash time, section 1 of 4, done and dusted. 23.52 seconds, that's the unofficial time there for Nicola Hart of Pepin. Williams next best, 24.75 for her. That's Denise Williams of King Athletics. And Christine Erudike of Knox College, 25.03. Section 4. Section 2 coming next, Kemoya Jackson of Pepin. Set to compete from lane 1. Lane 2, Yasmin Brooks, Sweat Track and Field Club. Kevin Brandon, Camperdown High, lane 3. Hannah Faith Bell, Racers Track Club in 4. Divine Dickinson, Immaculate Conception High in 5. Kamisha May, Herbert Morrison, 6. Denelia Dixon, William Nib in 7. Ania Goodison, Dynamic Speed Track Club, lane 8. So just saying, ladies and gentlemen, that we understand that what's listed on Fortis is not quite up to date just yet. So Nia Goodison, I understand, just completed from 8 and took that one, in fact. So we apologize for that. We're working to ensure that these assignments as listed are up to date. In the meantime, we're asking for the driver of a Honda Shuttle 2623 LZ, please remove your vehicle. Honda Shuttle 2623 LZ, please remove your vehicle. Finally sent away there. Good start for Bell, running out to 4 as they advance, ladies and gentlemen. This looks to be section 2 as listed, minus what's on your program as section, as rather lane 8. So we're seeing William Nib running out of lane 2, but lane 7 has this one, 25.04. So 25.04 for that athlete competing and taking this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope to be able to tell you the correct finishers momentarily. So, Mr. Santa, all yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope to be able to give you the updated roster shortly. We apologize once again and thank you so much for your patience. In the meantime, however, we need urgent in the coach of Kingston Technical. Please make your way to the ambulance immediately. It is urgent that you do so. Coach of Kingston Technical, please make your way to the ambulance immediately. Coach of Kingston Technical, please make your way to the ambulance immediately. And again, we apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but we are working to ensure that the roster is updated promptly so you can see the official results. I understand, ladies and gentlemen, that the section we just had appears to be somewhat as listed. So we have Lavania Williams of Dynamic Speed Track Club who took that one, 23.09 per time listed here. Once again, we apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to have it updated momentarily so you can have the correct iteration of the heats. Now next, on track 200 meters for men, we have a number of listed sections. I hope to be able to confirm for you shortly. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we're asking the participants in the 100 meters hurdles, under 20 girls and boys, please make your way to the call room if you have not yet done so. We're inviting participants in the 100 meters hurdles, under 20 boys and girls, please make your way to the call room. Thank you so very much. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point we should be going with the 200 meters for men as listed on footage. Again, we apologize for the untimely changes there, but we're getting it right, ladies and gentlemen. So Ronaldo Campbell should be running out of lane 2 for heat 1. He's running unattached. Kevin Thomas of Herbert Morrison at lane 3. Kamal Richards, Herbert Morrison, lane 4. And Zondre Scott for Peen, lane 5. We have 13 listed sections for the 200 meters for men. First section already well on their way. Here's only 3 face the start of this one on the inside. Herbert Morrison's Thomas. That looks like Richards actually, of Herbert Morrison. His teammate Thomas next best. With Scott of Papine in third. Only 3 face the start of this one, 22.77. That's the unofficial time. Thomas gets 23.40, Scott third, 24.18. Heat 2 coming up next. Listed athletes, Jaden Reed and Taryn Ty, lane 1. Giovanni Coombs, Marcus Garvey, technical in 2. Daquan Dixon. Charlie Montai in 3. Justin Erskine, unattached in 4. Taj J. Parker, unattached in 5. Teran Brown, Papine 6. Aaron Clark, Tarrant in 7. And Nickman McKenzie, William Nib in 8. Finally sent away this section. They're running on the outside by Linford McKenzie and William Nib as he advances around that looks like Brown and Papine also there with him. attach rather. Tajay Parker, well ahead of the rest. 22.23, that's his flash time. Taj J. Brown. Tajay Parker rather. Tajay Parker. So Tajay Parker running on attach, taking this section. Coombs next best, 23.45. Dixon third, 23.48. So that's Heat 2. Heat 3 coming up next. So Mario Graham of Charlie Mountain 1. Kemar Sterling unattached 2. Dante Carson, movements for transformation in 3. Tevin Robinson unattached in 4. Nicole Curtis, dynamics in 5. Tevin Stewart, Herbert Morrison 6. Raheem Walker running unattached in 7. And Jay Brown Falcons in 8. Finally sent away there. Good running so far by Carson. Of movements for transformation. Coming to the straightaway as well, looking good in stores of Herbert Morrison as they look to even out. Along the money of these twins, especially the gentleman running out of lane 3, fairly even field. Robinson running out of lane 4, doing some good running, but gentleman in lane 3, Carson of movements, moving better than the rest. So Dante Carson, 21.99 win, negative 0.3 meters per second. 21.99, that's the time for Carson. Tevin Robinson, 22.04. Stewart in third. From Herbert Morrison, 22.22. So this is section 4 along their way. Gordon, Malcolm, Ricketts, Mirage, Mahoon, Sadler, Alexander, and Sewell. Those are the listed athletes. Whereas Mirage running unattached. Right there with him is Malcolm running out of lane 2. He eases before crossing the line. That's Pequan Mirage. 22.06. That's his Flash time, let's see what's confirmed for him. The wing negative 0.4 meters per second. Liquan Mirage gets 22.11. Malcolm running out of lane 2, 22.38. And Sadler in third. Rashawn Sadler, Falcons Athletics, 23.13. Section 5 well on their way. Only 5 races to start for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, running out of lane 7, that's Rashawn Ramsey. Going pretty well at this time. No one will catch him. Rashawn Ramsey, clad in green and gold, representing Ravensworth. 22.60, that's his splash time. Got it up to 22.62, negative 0.1 meters per second, that's the wind. Rashawn Ramsey. So we'll wait the remaining mark, section 6. Will be up next. Recent athletes compete in that one. Janoy Noble, lane 1. Kai Williams, lane 2. Raheem McIntosh, lane 3. Nickon Morrison, lane 4. Kahil Wignall, Kingston Technical, in 5. Tyreek Burke, Green Island, in 6. Lamont White, Movements for Transformation, in 7. And Daniel Evans, running unattached in lane 8. Sends him away this one. Fair movements for most of the field. Progressive distinguishedly, however. It's a gentleman running out of lane 3, Raheem McIntosh. Chasing him is Morrison of Knox College, a gentleman in purple and white. Raheem McIntosh. You cannot mistake that Kingston College jersey. Raheem McIntosh, 22.88, negative 0.3 meters per second, that's the wind. Morrison next best, the Nickon Morrison of Knox College. And Burke gets 3rd, that's Tyreek Burke, Green Island. .54 for the closing out the top 3. Standing by now for section 7. Reminding you that we have 13 listed sections. away they go for this section. Eyes on the gentleman running out of lane 3. Taekwondo Tracy, traveling pretty well. Also there, Javoy Tucker. So as they come into the straightaway, we also see Powell of Racers running out of lane 4. But Taekwondo Tracy, 21.11 seconds. That's the flash time for him. 21.10 for Tracy Power, next best 21.51, and Tucker 21.78. Seasoned Jamaican athlete, Taekwondo Tracy. Of course, we know him as well from the bobsled team and his exploits. And we know that he's representing dynamic speed today. Section 8 coming up, Michael Napier, STK Athletics, lane 2. Justin Maynard, UTEC in 3. Keshawn Stevenson of William Knibb in 4. Alonzo James, Petersfield, lane 5. In lane 6, Jamani Griffiths, unattached. Lane 7, Ron J. Bailey, Knox College. In lane 8, O'Dane Crooks, New Era Track Club. The time to be 21.10 set just now by Taekwondo Tracy from Dynamic Speed Track Club. So as these 4 gentlemen make their way, Napier, Stevenson, James and Bailey doing pretty well. That's James of Petersfield High. Also there too, Stevenson. But Napier will have to set up a second, as that looks like Alonzo Davis of Petersfield. Alonzo James rather, Petersfield. So positive 0.1 liters per second. Confirmed finish here going to So we have that break at the start for section 9. We invite our sprint hurdlers, that's for girls under 20, 100 meters hurdlers, the senior women competing in the 100 meters hurdles, and our gentlemen competing in the 110 meters hurdles. Please make your way to the call room. We're inviting our sprint hurdlers. The call room is open for you as we stand by for section 9. So finally sent away section 9 of 13. Running the outside with Gale of STK Athletics brings some leads running right there with him is also Sharman. That's the in out in the race on the inside. He's right. He pulls away from the rest now. Walker also there too. 22.35. That's the flash time. Let's see what's confirmed. So 22.35 for Javier Murray of St. Andrew Technical. Adriel Medley of Herbert Morrison, 22.54. Jamie Thompson, Old Harbour High, 22.76. The wind positive 0.8 meters per second. That's it for section 9. Section 10 next. 10 of 13. In the meantime, once again, our sprint hurdlers, both men and women, all sections are inviting you to kindly make your way to the call room. So already well off and running. That looks like Parkinson running unattached. So doing some diligent running there out of lane 3. So lane 3 hot on the money, 21.86. Shaquille's, so 21.84 for a winner there. Thomas, 21.84 for him. Rochester, 21.94. Black in third. So Jabari Matheson of William Nick, 21.25 seconds. Javon Pinnock, New York Track Club, 21.63. Yehuda Little of Wilmers, 22.08. Positive 1.0 meters per second. The wing there for section 11 has moved now to our penultimate section for the 200 meters for men. So section 12 finally sent away. Pistering movements there coming to us from late field. That's Kevon Benjamin. So Benjamin tries to pull away from the rest of the pack. Easily distinguished. 20.80. That time, the fastest we've seen so far. But that wind, the positive 2.3 meters per second. So Jervis, 21.32, Morgan in third. Representing Dynamic Speed Track Club, 21.45. In the meantime, once again, we're inviting our sprint hurdlers. Please make your way to the call room. That's 100 meters hurdlers. That's our women, our boys, and the gentlemen competing in the 110 meters hurdles. Please make your way to the call. So section 13 of 13 already well on their way on the inside. That looks like Powell running up to lane 3, doing some good running with Shamar Horatio of Racers Track Club, putting on the pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see who gets this one. Lane 3 might have it. Powell and Horatio, both of Racers, 20.56, that's the mark. That's a flash time. Let's see who's confirmed. The win positive with 2.1 meters per second. However, the confirmed winner there, Javon Powell, 20.59. Horatio, 20.59 also. And Deshaun Strawn, 20.95. 5. He's representing UTEC Jamaica, section 13 of 13, 200 meters. As we wrap things up for the 200 meters for gentlemen, our next event on track will be the ladies competing in the 100 meters hurdles. We'll have the under 20s first, then our senior women, which will then be followed by the 110 meters hurdles for under 20 gentlemen, followed by our senior men.
Yo, Frost, I better say I look like Rod. The big nose. Alex, the big nose and the big teeth. Yo, Alex.
Huh? Another show.
The hurdles? Sometimes there is outside
Ladies and gentlemen, the call room is now closed for the sprint hurdles for both men and women. The call room is now closed for that event. So all athletes expecting to compete in that event should have already reported. The call room is now closed. In the meantime, the call room is now open for competitors in the men and women 100 meters. So inviting athletes competing in that event to make their way to the call room. The call room is now open for that event.
Somebody should step on your shape with a board with spikes and break.
Yo, first a girl say I'm mumbling. First a George, your hands down. Your hands down. I like. One around putting it up. See some of the alpha right. One around putting it up. Yeah, smash it. Yeah, What you got sauce for? You want to eat that? Makan.
You are the driver of a red Suzuki Grand Vitara, license plate 4308LR. First, need to kindly remove your vehicle. That's 4308LR. We're asking you to urgently move your vehicle. Thank you. You're blocking.
One time feel it, I'm a technique, I go like fast. See me at that. Let them beat her. What do you think that? That's your strength, bro. I think I got your fucking it. Well, I hear it's time.
Yeah, man, Barangos. Anything, man. Yeah, we have biscuits around us. Biscuit. No, me I say they have biscuits around biscuit. I didn't really treat it, man. Rasta. So when I watch it, I'll have to go. I'll go with the light on bright and I'll look at bright.
Finally sent away there the 110, the 100 meters hurdles rather. First section. So Duncan with this one. We await the registered finish. So no doubt about Maddie and Duncan running unattached out of lane 2, taking that only section for the under 20s. We'll move to the senior women. Only 3 athletes listed to compete. Italia Nelson of UTEC, lane 3. Emilia Chatfield, Elite Performance Track Club in 4. And Yasmin Brooks, Sweat Track and Field Club, lane 5. So only 2 faces start off for this 100 meters hurdles. For women with Emilia Chatfield of Elite Performance doing some elite hurdling there. Emilia Chatfield running out of lane 4, battering Italia Nelson of UTEC. The gentlemen on the 110 meters hurdles for under 20s, they'll compete next. We have 2 heats listed for that event.
That muscle. I take 2 biscuits, but I don't know which one it is.
So standing by for section 1 of the 110 meters hurdles from the 20 gentlemen. Lane 1 should have Jaron Jones of Green Island. Lane 2, Romario Franklin at Titchfield High. Lane 3, Kristen Wallace, Jamaica College. And 4, Mark Daniel Allen Wilmers. Lane 5, Tajamila Gordon running unattached. 6, Noel Wright, HSJ Track Club. Lane 7, Rashay Johnson, William Nim.
Andre.
Finally sent away there, this one. Section 1 of 2. Signal movements there by Gordon. As we advance, ladies and gentlemen, Gordon, clad in the purple and white from North Street, 12.08. So rounded to 13.39, wind positive 2.9 meters per second. Wright in second, 13.86, and in third, Allen, 13.89. Listed athletes compete in Section 2. Daquan Dawkins, Kingston College, Lane 1. Jamar Huntley, unattached in 2. Brandon Bennett, also unattached, Lane 3. Amir Perry, William Nib in 4. Jaquan Soden of Happy Grove, Lane 5. Ronaldo Scott, William Nib in 6. And Shakir Lewis, Jamaica College, Lane 7. Finally sent away there, Dawkins, Huntley, Bennett, Perry, Scott, and Lewis. Scott. Well, look at Lewis of Jamaica College, contesting with Dawkins of KC. Or is that Huntley of KC? Let's confirm for you shortly. So 30.68, but gentleman from Jamaica College for sure. Seemingly having a slight advantage. Shakir Lewis of Jamaica College, 14.02. So 14.03, we're seeing populated there Bennett. So that would be Brandon Bennett competing unattached. And Perry in third, 14.46, positive 1.0 meters per second. That's the wind. And that's section 2 of 2 for the under 20 gentlemen's 110 meters hurdles. The senior men is up next. So that event is up next with Joel Facey, set to compete out of lane 3, representing New Era Track Club. Odario Phillips, MVP Track, lane 4. Joe Bryan, UWI Mona, lane 5, and Romario Gibson, New Era Track Club, lane 6. them away there. This one only 4 face. Let's start off fairly. Nick Dean with Brian trying to pull away right there with Phillips of MVP. Otario Phillips with a slight advantage, and he slows slightly before crossing the finish line, 13.16. Otario Phillips of MVP taking this one. Rounding to 14.04. Brian next best, presenting UWI 14.27. Wind positive 0.8 meters per second. And 14.35 for faces. Wrapping up the men's 110 meters hurdles as we stand by now for the 100 meters for women. We look forward to those events. In the meantime, by now, we're expecting that the 400 meters athletes, that's men and women, the call room is open for you. 400 meters, men and women, the call room is open for you. So standing by for the start of section 1 of 6 for the 100 meters. Running out of lane 1, Trisha Walker, running unattached. In lane 2, Tritania Lowe of GC Foster College. Her personal best 11.74 coming in. We also have Nia Wilson rather, of Dynamic Speed Track Club. We saw Nia earlier in the 200 meters winning her section. And of course, we look forward to seeing her compete in this 100 meters. She'll run out of lane 3. Kennedy Terrelong of Optimum Performance Track Club. She ran out of lane 5. Saw her last week here. Jura Levy of Sweat Track and Field Club, running out of lane 6. Her personal best. 10.99. So she ran out of lane 6. And Taekwania Moulton of Clarendon College, rounding out the field for this first section. Walker, Low, Goodison, Terrelong, Levy, Moulton, those adolescent athletes in this one, traveling well. We see Terrelong running out of lane 5, advancing on 2. It's low, but look at that time, 10.71. That's a flash time. Let's see what's confirmed. And that's, I know some hot stop for a second there, 11.17 for Terrelong. But the wind, positive 2.9 meters per second. Low gets second, 11.25. And Drew Levy, 11.35 for third. Section 1 of 6, done and dusted. As athletes compete in section 2, Janice Francis of Camperdown, lane 2. In lane 3, Trisha Lee Sutherland, Clarendon College. Running out of lane 4, Tahani Bryce, Papine. In lane 5, representing Sprintech, a personal best of 11.12. We know her as the 2022 NACAC bronze medalist, ladies and gentlemen, Ashanti Moore. Dwayna Marston of Knox College, lane 6. Leona Johnson, Motorcade, lane 7. And in lane 8, Hannah Faith Bell, Racers. about their business this one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on lane 5, look at that form, ladies and gentlemen. Ashanti Moore, well ahead of the rest. We are the clock. Let's stand by for what's confirmed. So, 11.23, that's the time confirmed for Ashanti Moore. Positive 1.2 meters per second. That's the wind. Johnson, Liam Johnson of Motorcade, 11.94. Tahani Bryce, 12.06. As we stand by now for section 3. Section 3 coming up. In lane 1, Deandra Horton, St. Andrew Technical. Lane 2, Shauna Wilson, Covenant of Mercy Alpha. In lane 4, Chanel Dawson, UTEC. In lane 5, Kanisha Powell, UTEC. Lane 6, Sheldane Jarrett, William Nib. In lane 7, Shanique Roberts, Motorcade. Finally sent about their business. This one looks out by Horton of St. Andrew Technical, but as they advance further out, we're seeing it looks like Jarrett of William Nib trying to pull away. Will she do so successfully? She does so now. 11. Well, looks like the flash time there, 12.04. Let's wait for what's confirmed, along with the wind. So Sheldane and Jarrett. And stand by for the confirmed time at the end of section 3. So the confirmed time there rounded up to 12.07 for Jarrett of William Nib. Chanel Dawson of UTEC, 12.18. And Shauna Wilson, Covenant of Mercy. Sienna Wilson actually now in 4th as we see the winner, Lewis, running unattached. The confirmed 3rd place finisher there, 12.19. So Jarrett, 12.07 for section 3 of 6. We have a break at the start for this one. Section 4 of 6. Original slate has Stewart of Old Harbour, Nain of Old Harbour, Stand Up Crystal Slowly of UTEC, Cross of Papine in 7 and Heart of Papine in 8. Finally sent away this one. No surprise there with Crystal Slowly going as a canter for this one. Well ahead of the rest. That flash time there, 11.15. Let's see what's confirmed for her. She also await the wind for this section 4. It's 11.4 on the time confirmed for Slowly. Wind positive 1.8 meters per second. Standing by now for section 5. In lane 1, Danique Williams, King Athletics. Lane 2, Yasmin Brooks, Sweat Track and Field Club. In lane 3, Joanna Sims, Old Harbour High. Lane 4, Samoya Brown, Immaculate Conception. Lane 5 should have Heaven Brandon. Lane 6, Akila Hutchinson, UTEC. And lane 7, Nashika Jeffrey, Papine. Finally sent about their business there. Clean start for them. Crown of Immaculate doing some good running out of lane 4. As she pulls away from the rest, next best looks to be Brandon of Camperdown by 11.35. That's the flash time. Diligent running there for Samoya Brown of Immaculate Conception. Wind positive 1.1 meters per second. Samoya Brown of Immaculate with Heaven Brandon of Camperdown 12.76 and Danique Williams of King Athletics 12.83. Section 6 of 6 up next. showing 3 athletes set to face the starter. Lane 3 should have Tatiana Thompson Papine. Lane 4, representing Sweat Track and Field Club, should be our 2021 World Under 20 champion in the 100 meters, Serena Cole. And lane 5, Alexis James, Racers Track Club, should be in. So this would be 3 athletes facing the starter. I see scene 3 presenting as we stand by for this our last section for the 100 meters for women. Good start on the inside for Cole, representing Swedish advances. Challenging her is Alexis James. And rush towards the finish line for Cole. Her personal best 11.04. Flash time 11.09. Let's see what's confirmed. So standing by for the confirmed time. So time significantly rounded there for Cole, 11.53. James, 11.55. And Thompson at 13.78. Positive 1.5 meters per second for wind. Closing out the women's 100 meters and making way now for the gentlemen. We have 16 listed sections for the men's 100 meters. Yes, 1-6. So we got a start for this one. Ferdinand running on attached lane 1. In lane 2, Ashton Jr. record holder and Kume. So that's Buwaji and Kume in 2. Akeem Blake, Dynamic Speed Track Club in 4. Rowan Watson MVP 5, Nigel Ellis Elite Performance Jack in 7. Another stand-up session at Dennis Elite in 8. Let's see what's the field left with a warning. So athletes will proceed as listed here in this section 1 of 16. The hush is broken with a blistering start, ladies and gentlemen, fairly even running for them now, but look at the gentleman, Akeem Blake, pulling away from the rest. That flash time, I will hold as we wait for the confirmed time. But Akeem Blake, time there for him. 9.97. Wind positive 2.1 meters per second. Rowan Watson next best 10.10. Third, Sachin Dennis from Estates. Stand out 10.16. Section 2 of 16 coming up next. We're standing by now for section 2. Running out of lane 1, representing Dynamic Speed Track Club. We saw him earlier, the 200 meters. And here he is once again, competing in the 100 meters. Taekwondo Tracy. Lane 2, Jordan Morgan, also from Dynamic Speed Track Club. Lane 3, Kendrick Austin, Edwin Allen. Lane 4, Nishan Ibans of MVP Track Club. Lane 5, Javari Thomas, GC Foster College. In 6, CJ Green, MVP. And lane 8, another standout, Mazzino Barrett, running unattached. So we stand by for the start of section 2 of 16. So bring us out for that section 2 of 16 as we stand by. See the determination for that one. So once again, 16 sections to go for these 100 meters for men. Then this evening's event will be closed by the 400 meters.
Maybe. When me a go home, when me a go home. When I'm going home. Don't have the credit. Don't forget the card, man. You have the credit.
Only sent away there this section for even running with lane 5, Jamaican Thomas.
Why you pull up, bro?
Bit of a pull up there, but eyes on Taekwondo Tracy Buck. Look at lane 5. Again, Jamaican Thomas of JC Foster College coming in. Tracy, next best it seems, so 10.17, that's the time for Jamaican Thomas of JC Foster College. 10.27 for Tracy of Dynamic Speed Track Club. And in third place for this section, CJ Green, MVP 10.36. Wind positive 1.9 meters per second. Section 3 coming up. Section 3 is a full field set to compete. Jay Smith at GC Foster College, lane 1. Giovanni Davis unattached in 2. Jaheim Watson, GC Foster College in 3. Curran Griffith, Racers Track Club in 4. Ainsley McGregor, Wilmers in 5. Makish Compton, Sprintex 6. O'Shane Jervis, Green Island 7. Javoy Tucker unattached in 8. Probably sent about their business. This one fairly even start for the gentlemen. Lane 1 with Reese Witter trying to pull away from the rest, but a flash towards the finish line, closely hit. With Witter of GC Foster College, his teammate Watson also there. Let's await the confirmed finish for this section 3 of 60. Swift movements for the gentlemen, the nick of time, bit of a bundle towards the finish line. And the confirmed finish is in favor of Curran Griffith of Racers Track Club. 10.31. That's what the clock is saying. His personal best 10.20. So positive 1.6 meters per second, that's the wind. Watson gets second, also 10.31. So that's what's coming in there for this section 3 of 16 as we stand by now. Written third, also 10.31. So it's a dash towards the finish, even times there. Section 4 coming up next. So this is section 4 of 16. And this one with lane 4 standing by to let you know the results for this one. Should be section 5 with Dijon Strawn of UTEC running out of lane 1 and stand by for the unofficial time. So next section, heat 6. Listed athletes are Mari of GC Foster College Lane 1. Darian Skerritt, Sweat. And 2. Warren Tucker, also from Sweat Lane 3. David Tomlinson, GC Foster College 4. Lane 5 has listed